Good afternoon, everyone. Just to begin this class today, just making sure that you're in a nice comfortable area to do your practice, making sure that you have any props placed beside your mat. If you would like some music on, more than welcome to put it on in the background, light some candles and your diffusers. And to begin with, we're going to start with our Ujjayi breathing. So this is the breathing that I've been doing for the last week or so. So I would like everyone to give it a go. It's an amazing breath technique. So to start off, we're going to take a deep inhale and exhale out. Breathing in and out. Now just do this a few more times while I just explain it through Ujjayi breathing. So when we take the inhale, we hold the breath for a moment, and as we exhale the breath, we're keeping the lips sealed and we're constricting the back of the throat to create an audible noise to sound like the waves of an ocean. So, for example, breathing in, exhale, so hopefully you could hear that. It's just in your own time, just giving this a go, maybe 5 times, just trying to create that audible noise. Breathing in and out. When you've done this about 5 times, just come back to your normal breathing. So no holds, lips can be open or sealed. And to begin with, we're going to start down on our backs. So laying down, making sure that you have plenty of room. Taking your arms by your sides, you might like to rest your legs out so that they're flat. Choosing any option that feels comfortable and supportive for your body. So while we're here in this position, I just want you to take a moment to just notice how your body's feeling. Notice as well how you are feeling mentally and physically. And that throughout our practice today, you make any adjustments that feel comfortable for you. So if holding a position is uncomfortable, just come out of it and come into a rest position such as child's pose. Or if we're in our standing strength one, just bring your feet together and just take a breather. And then when you're ready, come back and join me. Just notice your breath coming in and out of your body. Throughout your practice, just remembering that any time you feel discomfort or if any thoughts come into your mind, just come back to your breath. So check in with your breathing. As within yoga, we're trying to connect our mind, body, and breath as one. So taking your arms out to shoulder height, we're going to take the left leg up to the ceiling and take the left ankle over the right knee. Lift the right leg and thread your arms through, grabbing behind the leg, in front of the shin. And those are your options to choose from. Flexing your toes and drawing that right knee in as we push the left leg towards the right foot. Staying here for 3 rounds of breath. slowly release the leg down, unhook the left leg. Take the right leg up, placing the right ankle over the left knee. Draw your left leg up, thread the arms through. Gentle tuck of the chin, shoulder blades touching down on the floor. Flexing your toes, pushing your right knee out towards your left foot. Three rounds of breath. Slowly release the left leg and unhook the right leg. We're going to take the right leg up and come into half happy baby. So with your right hand grabbing behind the leg, either the side or inside of the foot. And we're going to draw the elbow down to the armpit, ground the left hip down onto your mat, shoulder blades touching down. So if your hand's on your foot and your shoulders aren't down, try taking your hand down behind the leg and just stay here. And you might like to extend the leg, otherwise just leaving it at a 90-degree angle. Making sure that your left hip is still grounded into the floor. And take the right leg back up and then place the foot gently onto the mat. Let's go onto the left side. So taking the left leg up, choosing your option of where to hold your leg, ground that shoulder, drawing the knee towards your armpit. Take that right hip down. Focusing on your breath. Taking a nice big belly breath. Exhaling the breath out through your nose. Option to extend the leg if you'd like. Bring it back in, and then place the foot onto the ground. Taking your arms back to shoulder height, draw your heels in towards your glutes, lift the hips, turn your hips towards the front, and then stack your knees on top of one another, making sure that you move your shoulder blades so that they're firmly planted into the floor. You might like to place your left or your right hand on the top of your left leg. Choosing whatever option feels comfortable. Your head can be facing up or turned towards your back hand. So we are in our supine twist. Slowly lifting your knees up towards the ceiling, picking your hips up. Draw your heels back in. Lift the hips. Turn to the back of the room. Stack your knees. Adjust the shoulders. Allowing your head to choose whatever feels comfortable, so either staying up or turning to the front. Come back through to the center. Lift the knees. Adjust your hips. Then we're going to drop the knees from side to side. So right to left. Coming up to the center and then lowering down. So inhale to lift the legs. Exhale to release them down. Breath in. Breath out. Do this about 2 more times. And then bring your knees back up towards the ceiling. Extend the legs long and then extend the arms above your head. Let's push that out of the way. So we're going to come to a side stretch. So you're going to take your left leg over the right. Right hand grabs your left wrist. You're going to pick your shoulders up and take it to the front of the room. Then you're going to draw your feet also off the mat towards the right side. So we should create a nice stretch to the left side of our body, making sure that our hips are planted down, the same with our shoulders. And just a gentle pull of the left wrist, holding it there. Stay here for 5 rounds of breath. And once you've done your 5 rounds, take your body back through to the center. Unhook the legs, release the arms. Changing sides. Left hand grabs your right wrist. Place your right leg over your left. Shifting your body and then shifting your legs. Gentle pull. Of breath. Once you've done your 5 rounds, Come back through to the center. Release your legs and unhook your arms. Coming into our full body stretch. So as we take our inhale, we're going to lengthen out through the body, stretching out through the arms, the torso and the legs. And as we exhale, releasing all those muscles down to the floor. Taking a deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale out. Doing this 4 more times. And slowly draw your knees up towards your chest. Take your hands behind your legs. And we're going to start to rock up, doing 3 rocks, and then placing your feet down and crossing your legs. So take the legs up and then down. And then holding up, and then create a nice straight back. And then see if you can take your legs up to 90 and extend the arms out in front. Holding there. And then cross the legs with control. My mat seems to move every time. So we're going to cross the legs. Coming into our neck stretches. So with your right hand, grab hold of your left ear. And gently draw the ear down and leaving your hand either on your thigh or flexing the hand. Gentle pull. Slowly release. Changing sides, your left hand grabs hold of your right ear. Gently pull down. Options, hand on your leg or flexing the hand. Release the hand. Taking your hands to interlace, pushing palms up towards the ceiling, lifting up all the way, and then release down, and then taking your left hand over your right knee, and then twist towards the back of the room, using your right arm to prop you up so that your spine is nice and long. Eyes to the back wall. Slowly release. Changing your legs over. So switching whichever leg was folded in front to the back. So interlace the fingers, lifting up nice and tall. Exhale the breath. Release the arms. Taking your right arm over your left knee. Left arm behind your back. And then twist and turn your eyes to look at the back wall. come back through to the center. Rolling onto all fours. Taking your knees out nice and wide, big toes touching. Drop your hips down to your heels. Extend the arms long. And to begin, we're going to walk our hands over to the right side of our mat. Push down the left hip to your left heel. Extend out long through your arms. Press the knuckles and the balls of your fingers into the floor. You should feel a lovely stretch through the body. Staying here for 5 rounds of breath. Once you've done your 5 rounds, come back through to the center and stay here for 3 rounds of breath. Then shift over towards the left hand side. Again, so if you feel your hips lifted, ground it down into the floor. Pushing the fingers in, knuckles down, balls of your feet, slightly gripping the floor. Extend out through your elbows. 5 rounds of breath in your own timing, and then return to the center for 3 rounds of breath. Into a normal breath, we're going to thread the left arm under the right, dropping the left ear down to the floor. Now if you have a block or a folded blanket, you can place the block under your ear and resting your head. and slowly release the arm. Changing sides, throwing your right arm into your left. Gently pushing your hips towards your heels. And then a gentle release back into child's pose. Then we're going to roll forward, drawing the knees under the hips and walk the hands back under our shoulders. So we're coming into our tabletop position. Taking a deep breath in and exhale out. We're going to do 5 rounds of cat-cows. So we're going to drop down, lifting up, and then exhale out. 4 more rounds to go. In your own timing, following your breath. And then coming back into our tabletop position. Take your weight back onto your heels and take your hands into the center of your heart. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Exhale, draw it back down. Inhale, fold forward into your child's pose. Exhale, hold. Inhale, glide the chest forward, lift up into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale, guide the hips back down to your heels. Exhale, hold a moment. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. That is our sequence. So we're going to do this about 3 times. So 3 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale to fold. Exhale to hold. Inhale, lift into cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, back down to child's pose. Exhale, hold. Inhale to rise. Exhale down. 2 more rounds in your own timing. Holding down with your thumb into your sternum once you've done your 2 more rounds by yourself with your own breath. And release the hands to your thighs. Gently place your hands down on the floor, tuck your toes, and then rest your hips down to your heels. Walk your knees in towards one another so they're slightly pressed together. Close your eyes down if you'd like, and if at any time it becomes too much on your feet, just untuck your toes and sit on your heels. And relaxing through your body and noticing the stretch behind your toes. Noticing those different sensations that you're feeling. Seeing if you can stay here for 5 rounds of breath. slowly release your feet and give them a little tap. And tuck your toes, push your weight back, and slowly start to roll up all the way to standing. Now coming towards the top of your mat, we're going to come into some standing strength. So we're going to come into Utkatasana, into our chair pose. So taking your feet hip width apart, bend the knees, and then lift the arms up towards your ears, making sure that your weight is placed on your heels and that you can move your toes. Hold here and see if you can drop your hips a little bit lower. Maybe even a little bit more. If not, just coming back up. So again, we only want to work to where we are comfortable and what feels supportive for us. Now we're going to step the right foot back and come into Warrior One. So taking a wide lunge. And then just checking that your heels are in line with one another. Extending the arms up towards the ceiling. So if you can only go here, that's fine. If you can go up here, that's fine as well. Taking the weight forward, over the leg, holding it here. 2 rounds of breath. Then we're going to open the arms and the body to the front of the room and come into Warrior Two. So again, checking your alignment with your feet, making any adjustments you need. Extend out through your arms and then take your eyes to look over your middle finger. Holding here and staying for 2 rounds of breath. So every position that we're going to come into, 2 rounds of breath. Then we're going to flip the left palm. Take the right arm down and extend the arm over the head to find our Sun Warrior. Eyes can look up or down to the floor. So we want to stretch out nice and long, extend out through those fingertips, bend that front knee. Then we're going to straighten the left leg. See if you can take it over a little bit more. And then using your core, engage and extend the arms back up so that they're in line with your shoulders. Now we're going to shift the ribs over, making sure that both of our legs are straight. Then we're going to tip over into Triconasana. So if you have a block, you can have it facing upright and then gently push the hand into the block, lifting out of your shoulders and extending that arm up nice and high. You can change the heights and then down there. Or if you don't want to block, or you don't use the block in your practice, you may like to place your hand on your shin, on your foot, the back of the hand press onto the ankle, or hand down on the floor. Now while we're here, we don't want to cave in, so we don't want to drop. So we want to lift up, lifting out of the body, getting that nice stretch to the sides. Holding it here. And then we're going to take the right hand down and you're going to take the left arm up. So again, using your block or a blanket if you have something nearby, or you might like to have your hand on your leg, holding it there. And then release the hand down, bend your left knee. Take your left arm over the left knee and extend the right arm over your head for your extended warrior. Option to keep your hand on your knee, hand by the ankle, or on the floor. If in your practice you have a bind, you might like to place your hand behind you And take the left hand to grab hold of the right fingers. And lift the chest, eyes look up towards the ceiling. So, plenty of options to choose from. Then we're going to lift the body up, coming back into Warrior One. So making sure that your foot is grounded down. Now we're going to take the weight into the left leg. So take your weight forward, bend that supporting knee, and start to lift the right leg up to hip height, or maybe 45 might work. Choosing the options, extend the arms long, your toes are facing towards the floor. Holding it there for Warrior Three, so Virabhadrasana 3. Then we're going to lift up, trying to keep our foot off the ground. Then we're going to take the right leg, place it over the left leg. Now if your toe wraps around your calf, more than happy to do that, go for your life. I can't get my foot to wrap, so my foot's just going to be pointed down towards the floor, slightly off. Now if you're struggling with your balance today, it's not there for you, maybe lowering your foot down or using your block to lift up. Now we're going to sink down to the hips and take the arms out to shoulder high. Then cross the arms, so you're taking your left arm underneath, right arm over the top. The backs of your hands come together or the palms touch. Lift the elbows so that they're in line with your shoulders. Take the forearms away from your face. Then gently start to roll down, lowering your arms towards your thighs. Now, my foot is touching down onto the floor so I could find some balance. So while you're here, see if you can lift your toes. Hold. Woo. Hold. And then slowly release. Let go of the feet. Beautiful. Let's go to the other side. So if your feet need a bit of a shake or you need to walk them out, just walk through your feet. Coming back into Utkatasana, into our chair pose. Staying here for 2 rounds of breath. Then stepping your left leg back into Virabhadrasana 1, our Warrior One pose. Again, 2 rounds of breath, just your normal breath, or you can try the Ujjayi Breathing. Open up into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Making sure that you're grounding your feet into the floor. Your weight is coming over the right ankle. Taking your body to square it up to the front. Flip your right palm, take your left hand down. Right arm reaches over for Sun Warrior. Eyes up or down to the floor. Extend your right leg. See if you can come down even further. Getting a bit tongue twisted with my words. And then open the arms up. Shift the ribs, coming into Triconasana. So our triangle pose. Option to grab your block if you have it nearby, otherwise come out of the position, grab your block, and then come back and join me. Holding it there. So if your hand is pressed into the floor, lift out, don't drop into the shoulder. So you want to lift up. And then take your left hand down and take your right arm up. Option for your left hand to be on a block or your shin. Again, if your hand's on the floor, lifting out of that shoulder. And slowly release the hand. Bend the right knee. Find your extended warrior. Remember your options to place your hand by your ankle or on the floor. And then reach the arms up, come back into your warrior one. We're going to come into Virabhadrasana 3, our warrior 3. So we're going to take the weight into the right leg. Lift the left leg as high as you can. Drop the chest down, keep the arms extended, toes pointing towards the floor. Holding your warrior 3. And then bracing the belly, lift the left leg. Gently place it over the right. Find your balance, take your arms out to the sides. Take your left arm over the right. Palms together or backs. Toe on the floor, wrapped around your calf. Options are there. Lift the elbows, take your forearms away from your face, and slowly start to roll down. Woo. Find your balance. And slowly release the pose and unhook the legs. Take your feet out as wide as your mat. Take your hands to your waist, then gently fold forward, creating a nice straight back. And then place your hands down to the floor, allowing your head to relax. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take your right hand so it's in line with the center of your chest. Open your right arm up towards the ceiling. If you like, you may like to wrap your hand to your opposite thigh. And then release the arm, place it down and switch with the right. Take your right arm up to the ceiling. Wrap the hand to the inside of the thigh. Slowly release the hands down. And then take your feet out a little bit wider. So wider than your mat. Now walk the palms of your hands towards your heels. Then gently draw yourselves down. Holding there. Then bring your elbows back so that they're facing towards the back room or back wall. Then bend the knees, drop the hips down. Extend the arms out in front. Holding there. Lift the hips. And then bend the hips. Arms straight out in front. Lift. And then down. Holding here. Release the hands. Heel toe the feet in. And then drop the hips down. So we're coming into our Garland Pose. So if you have your block, again, changing the heights, placing your hands and your thumbs into your sternum, putting the elbows on the inside of the thighs, holding there. Lifting up nice and tall through your back. Then taking your right hand to your heart and open your left arm up to the back corner. Draw it back in, left hand switches to your heart, open the right arm up. Then back in. And slowly allow yourselves to come down onto your mat and extend the legs long. Now if you have a block, you can place it under your bottom. So keeping your hips lifted up nice and high and your back up. So extend the legs out long. Reach the arms up and then fold forward. Reaching over as far as you can, whether it's on your thighs, and then maybe just slow little walks going all the way down as far as you can, keeping a nice straight back. Holding there. Allow your head to relax. Releasing the hands, take your right hand to the outside of your left leg. And then just taking your weight over, reaching forward. Slowly release, changing sides so that your left hand is on the right leg. Take your right arm out, rest your body over the legs. Come back through to the center, and again coming back through the centered part, holding down as far as you can go. Gently rolling back up. Come off the block if you had one underneath your bottom. And take the soles of your feet together. Take them out nice and wide. Now if you have two blocks, you might like to place a block in the center, then your block upright, and then you can rest your head down. So again, you can alter the height. So you might like to take your blocks out even further. Now, you can also place your blocks down, put the soles of the feet together, resting them up, finding some height there, and then just coming down, resting your head. Your other option is no blocks, soles together, grabbing hold of your feet, and then just resting forward while gently pressing down into the legs, so never on your knees. Or you might like to place your arms under the legs and rest forward. So choosing what works for you. I'm going to try with blocks up and then place my arms underneath. And slowly start to release. Release the feet off the blocks if you were using them. Place them to the side. Rolling down onto your backs. And taking your arms out so that they're in line with your shoulders. Now your options, we're going to come back into our supine twist, but you might like to try your left leg placed over your right leg. Otherwise, you can have both knees stacked upon one another as they fall to the right side. So, we're going to lift the hips, make sure that the hips are down, and then drop the knees to the front. Again, make that adjustment with your shoulders. If your head is comfortable to stay facing up, keep it there. Otherwise, you can turn your head to look to the backhand. Shoulders down. If you want, you could place a block or a full blanket under your knees, or a cushion if you have one nearby. Slowly release. If your legs are together, unhook them. Switch the right leg over the left. Lift the hips and drop them down. Slowly release. Lift the hips, unhook the legs. Take a moment to breathe, and then extend your legs out as we come into Shavasana to finish the class. Allowing your hands and your feet to fall out to the side. Allowing your body to relax. If there are any other stretches that you feel that you'd like to do, please do so. If you have an eye pillow or a blanket that you'd like to place over your body, you can do that now as well. Maybe turning off any lights you have. And just drawing your attention inwards towards yourself. Noticing any subtle changes from the beginning to the end with your body, how you feel physically and emotionally, and maybe mentally. Noticing any thoughts that might arise, any feelings that you might feel. Just categorizing them. And then bringing your attention back to your breath. Being okay with where you are right now and this moment. Noticing any sensations through your face. Maybe noticing the muscles relaxing in your cheeks, in your jaw, and your forehead, and your lips. Noticing tension leave your neck and your shoulders, out through your arms and your fingertips. Relaxing through your chest and your back, and through your stomach. Relaxing your hips, your thighs, your calves, and your feet. Feeling a sense of relief washing through your body, exiting out through your extremities, your toes and your fingers. Feeling light in your body, feeling more mobility, and feeling less tension. Taking a few moments for yourselves, taking some nice deep breaths in and out. Coming into a full body stretch by extending your arms up above your head, legs under your hips. Taking a deep breath in to lengthen, and then exhale out. Drawing both knees in towards your chest, giving them a nice big hug. Maybe rocking your knees from side to side, massaging your lower back, doing this as long as you need. And then when you're comfortable, rolling over onto your favorite side, your left or your right, and using your arm as a pillow to rest your head on. Slowly lifting up, coming into a nice seated position, crossing your legs in front of one another. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening up through your spine. Deep breath in, exhale out. You might like to try it a couple more times and sigh as you exhale. Breathing in, exhale out. Breathing in one more time. Exhale out. And come back to your normal breath. Bring the hands to the center of your chest. Taking your thumbs to your third eye. Base of your hands to your forehead. Knuckles to your lips, And then back to your third eye. Closing off our practice, we say namaste. Gently bow forward. Blinking your eyes several times. And then gently start to roll off. Thank you for coming to today's class. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message. Otherwise, stay tuned and check out the events tab to see any upcoming classes. See ya.